Hey folks, thanks for tuning back in. We just finished gearing up here. We're gonna go fight Sarachnis today. You can see I'm feeling pretty good here. Last night when we were doing a stream, we got this Jad pet from the fight caves, so it was definitely nice to see a Jad pet drop, or any pet drop for that matter. After all the streams we've done, we finally got one, so super cool. We figured it would keep the momentum going, so we're going to teleport using our Xerix talisman. We're going to head to Xerix Glade, and we'll get into the Sarachnis lair. 2 pets in 2 days would be a beautiful thing, so let's see if we can figure it out. I think in order to get there, we've got to run a little bit west. It's been a while since I visited here, but we should be able to find it. I probably should have double-checked the directions before we started the stream, but that's okay. Let's try going down here. What's the worst that could happen, right? Okay, we picked the right one. Once you go down in here, you just have to run past these red spiders. They're actually called temple spiders. Relatively harmless though, so just try to sprint through. And make sure if you're not going to be using a sword to fight Sarachnis, you want to make sure that you bring some sort of a knife or just a sword in general to slice through this spider web, or else you're not going to make it. Look at our sad little Jad pet. He thinks he's not going to come, but he'll be able to teleport to us in a second. Next, we're going to walk down here. There's another web we have to slash through. And you can see on my map here, we are almost at the Sarachnis lair. So really not a bad walk. As long as you have the Xerix talisman teleport, you can get here in just a few seconds. Rainbow Cheshire Cat, thanks for the follow there. Thanks for tuning in. Good to have you. Folks, I'll say it up front again, we are trying to get up to 25 followers for the stream this week, so anybody who's out there watching, if you wouldn't mind liking my video and following my page, I would greatly appreciate that. And then we're going to keep putting out the content, so reserve your seats early. One thing I will say here is when we fight Sarachnis, that's going to be the big spider inside. How I fight it may look a little bit different from how others would fight it, and that's because I just bought myself these brand new, looks like Arania boots. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, but essentially these boots are going to make me invincible to the web attacks that the Sarachnis uses. Every 4 attacks it uses this special web attack that would normally bind you in place, and then you have no choice but to stand there and wait until the web attack expires. But with these boots on, those web attacks actually won't have an effect on me, so we're just going to straight bulldog this thing and we're just going to keep fighting it over and over again. We should be able to protect from melee and just keep killing it without having to pause in between. It does look like this world is taken up by another player though, so let's just hop worlds real quick, and then we'll dive into the fight. We'll just pick something random here. Okay, you can see this one's open. For funsies, you guys know I love the Warhammer. I'm going to pull that out. I'll protect from melee, and then we're just going to quick enter through this thick web and we'll start doing our thing. Here we go. We got a solid Warhammer hit right on the front end. This thing is a level 318, so relatively low in comparison to some of the bosses that we've been fighting lately. It does have 400 hit points, but you're going to see that drop pretty quickly given the combat level that we are, so not really a whole lot of risk that follows this fight today, which is a cool thing. We deserve it. You can see right there, typically I would have been hit by the web attack, but since I'm wearing those special boots, it had no effect, and I just keep following this guy around. All of these blue and orange spiders will die as soon as I take the big one down, so I'm not really too worried about fighting them. I'd rather just do as much DPS to the big spider as we can. And there's 51k for our troubles. We've been in here all of 1 minute, we already made 50k, so things are looking good. For my inventory here, you can see I pretty much just brought a couple fish. I brought a few prayer potions. Not really sure how much of each I'm going to need for a single run, so I figured I'd bring hopefully more prayer potions than what's required. But once we get a feel for this first run, we can better gauge our inventory for the next one, so we'll see how that goes. I see a few other folks joining the stream here. Thanks so much for dialing in. Hope you guys are doing well today. Just me and my Jad pet killing some Sarachnis, so it's a good Tuesday. We like to bond over Sarachnis once in a while. It's like our thing. Now, if you were a slightly lower combat level and might not be able to take down Sarachnis as quick, what I would recommend is protecting from melee and trying to kill off those blue spiders, the magic ones. They're going to be doing more damage to you throughout the fight than the orange ones would. So anyway, if you thought that it would take, 2 minutes or so to take the bigger spider down, you might want to prioritize getting those blue ones away from you so they don't drain all your health. By the way, we got about 15k worth of cosmic runes for that second drop, so after 2 minutes here, we're already up 65k. So even though this isn't really a super challenging fight, it can be a profitable one, so maybe something to do on one of those days where you just want to chill and relax a bit, but still play the game. It's kind of a low-stress activity here. Unless you have a spider phobia. For those folks, it's probably not so low stress, but there will be another stream tomorrow, so tune into that one. Alright, 26k blood runes. Awesome. I should say 26k gold and blood runes, not 26k blood runes. That would be a lot more money, but 26k gold is still cool. I am loving this Jad pet. Every stream we've been... Oh, look at this guy dancing back here. That's cool. Oh, he's one of our buddies, SitFit. Hey, what's up, man? I didn't realize that was you. I should have recognized the dance. That's so cool, man. Thanks for popping in here. Let me see if you're chatting in the game. I wasn't really paying a lot of attention to my chat until now. Show us those dance moves again. That's so cool. But yeah, I'm so stoked about that Jad pet. We've been talking for like weeks about how we wanted to get a pet on the stream. We finally got one last night, so super cool. There's a rune two-handed sword. Another 37k. Ah, Sidfit disappeared. He's off to dance elsewhere. When we go for a refill of our inventory in a minute, I'll show you my collections log. I want to say there's 5, maybe 6 different collections items that this guy drops. One of them is the pet, of course, but then there's a few other pretty cool items, and I'm still missing 3 of them. So I'll flash that for you in just a minute, so that way if something drops, we'll be able to put the pieces together there and connect the dots, I guess, you know? Where Sidfit went off to. I bet she's in the wilderness. He likes to live dangerously. Okay, we got a grubby key, which is worth 36k, and then some more blood runes for 28k. I actually don't know what the grubby key is for. If anybody out there happens to know, feel free to plug it into the chat so we know what we can do with it. I'm curious why it's worth so much. It might unlock like an instance boss or something like that, so we'll have to find out. I can say from personal experience that having these Arania boots is definitely worth it. When I came here last time, I lost so much time just being webbed to the ground, you know, because you can't move for like 3 or 4 seconds after he webs you. So it's a lot of time lost where you're just standing there taking damage from the other spiders and just waiting to get the fight over. If you have 1.5 mil to spend, investing in these boots isn't a bad idea. And now we just got another one of those grubby keys, so I'm really curious what we're going to use them for. I think when we go back to the Grand Exchange or whatever bank we use to switch our gear up, I might just deposit my Warhammer, because I really haven't used it ever since the first battle here. It doesn't seem like we really need it. Oh, Sitfit, awesome. Okay, so the chest around the corner we can open. Okay. I think I have both of the egg sacs, but I don't remember what else is in the chest. Probably runes and stuff, so maybe we'll use those before we tally out of here. Good looking out, Sitfit. Just gonna use up my special attacks. There's nothing fancy about it, but it might help me do a little bit more DPS, so why not use them? Use them if you got them, right? See another partner joining the stream here. Thank you for tuning in. We're killing some Sarachnis here. It's been a good time so far. We got some of these grubby keys. I got educated on what they're for, so we'll see what's in the chest in a minute. But really, we're here hoping for a pet drop, so cross your fingers. Why is my private off? Because I'm streaming. I gotta focus on the stream. We got some egg potatoes. Sweet. Mysterious. Sitfit will have to do a PK run one of these days. You can show me the ropes, okay? You get anything good lately? He's got all the treasures. I know it. You can see these smaller spiders. Again, I'm not personally worried about them, even though I'm getting hit by some of their mage attacks and stuff. The Protect from Melee prayer is blocking me from the orange ones, so it's really just the two blue ones that are doing some occasional damage. But between us coming in with food and then also picking some food up, we've already been here for quite a while without having to refuel, so not a big deal. Oh no. Sitfit, we gotta get your service set up. An enhancement is needed. What are you doing if not PKing, or are you just not playing at all? You could always do one of my favorite things and mine some coal ore. I remember growing up, we had the worst internet service where I lived, and I could never do anything that my buddies were doing, like PKing or bossing or anything, so I practiced my mining skill. See, I took a hit there because it took a little bit longer for me to walk up to where the Sarachnis was, and if you're not right next to him within melee distance, he will use a range attack on you. So that's why I took that big hit there. It's my own fault, so usually very much avoidable. There's another 20k. We'll gladly accept that. Got it. I think we'll probably get maybe this kill and one more before we go check out the chests, and then we'll tele back for more food. It's been a pretty decent run so far. On our way for more food and whatnot, we are going to stop at my player house, so I'm going to refill my prayer there. That's why I'm trying not to waste any potions here by taking unnecessary sips. I think we'll be able to finish this fight without filling up, so it's all good. Alright. Oh, sweet. A collections drop. That is not the pet. Don't get too excited, but it is a collections item that we've never seen before, so that's super cool. It was this, it looks like it's pristine spider silk. I'm not quite sure what we do with that. We'll have to research that one too, but always exciting when you see the collections log pop up. Because, you know, a lot of this stuff, it drops 1 out of several hundred, sometimes 1 out of several thousand, so even if it's not a pet, it's still super cool. Now let's see, Sitfit said there was a chest around here, around the corner, that we can use our grubby keys on. Let's see if we can find it. I'm aimlessly wandering here, so apologies if this is not the correct way to go. Oh, here it is, we found it. Sitfit, good looking out. We'll pick lock with our grubby key, and let's see what we get. Oh, we're supposed to have more room in our inventory, let's see. That's okay. Let's open it anyway. Looks like we got some shark. We got some potions. We got some addy ore and some dwarf weed. Oh, and 10k. That's pretty sick. Let's see. We might as well eat some of these while we're here, and then we'll take the shark with us. Okay, let's telly back out. We're gonna save our second key for the next time we come back. We should have more room in our inventory then, so I don't want to open that chest now or all the stuff is just gonna fall on the floor. We might not be able to collect it. Alright, so here I'm just gonna go with 4 prayer potions. We'll deposit a lot of the stuff we got. Actually, before I do that, let's check out how much we actually made there total. And then, let's see, we've got to add 10k to that, so we probably made about 230k between the stuff we left on the ground back there, and then also some of the things we ate along the way, but that's a pretty good profit for about 20 minutes worth of our time. Whoops. We'll go with this much, and then we're going to use our teleport again and head back. I accidentally stuck that grubby key in the bank, but that's okay. It seems like we might get another one here if the drop rate is that good, so we'll see if we get lucky again. Alright, so we're going to run past the temple spiders. Slash the web. Hope that our Jad pet teleports up to us and we don't lose him forever. There he is. Alright, now we're going to protect from... I'm actually going to put on range for a second while we run in. Just so that way if he attacks as I'm entering, we're not going to take damage there. But then you'll see that I'm quickly going to switch to protect from melee, so... Let's see how it goes. Boom. Actually told you I would show you my collections log, so I'll sneak back out through the spider web after this one. We'll take a look at the collections log and then we'll just come right back in. Sometimes I get caught up in the moment. I'm too excited to get back to the fight. And to see Sit Fit dance. Okay, so there's a giant egg sack. I think that's a collections item as well. It's one that we've seen before though, so that's why we didn't get a notification for it. But still pretty cool. So anyway, if you go into your collections log here and scroll through the bosses category, all the way down at Sarachnis, you can see that there's 5 different items that are unique to him. There's the pristine spider silk, which is the one we just got on the stream. There's a Sarachnis cudgel. There's a giant egg sack, which we also just got on the stream. And then the 2 that we're still after is the jar of eyes and the Sriracha pet. So that's going to be a baby spider that we would love to have next to our Jad pet here, but we'll keep our fingers crossed. So yeah, pretty cool. You know, I think you can make decent money with this thing, but honestly, once I get the pet drop and the other collections drop, I feel like that's probably going to be it for this one for a while. You know, there's a lot of other things you can make even better money off of, so, you know, this one's kind of cool for lower levels or even like mid-tier playing. But when you look at some of the things like Zulrah, Borkath, all the raids that are out there, like if you're really looking to make money, there's going to be some better options you can go to. There's another egg sack. So yeah, even though that's considered a collections item, it seems like the drop rate is pretty low. Especially because I think I've gotten probably 20 or 30 of them fighting in the past, and I've only got 420 kill count. So certainly they're not as rare as some of the other things are. Folks, thanks again for watching the stream here. If you haven't liked my page, or I'm sorry, liked my video already, I'd appreciate if you would do that, and then also follow the channel. We're trying to build this thing and start the community here, so hopefully we'll get up to about 25 followers by the end of the week, and then we're going to try to keep climbing from there. Got some mithril ore there, almost 10k worth, so good stuff. Oh wow, I was so busy talking I completely forgot that I brought the runes and the spell book to do some of my resurrection spells. We were joking on the stream yesterday because we kept pulling out our skeleton, and somebody here, not to be named, had dubbed our skeleton to be called Fluffy. I think it's about time we bring him out. Now it's a party. We should have set him up next to Sitfit so they could dance together. Like we didn't have enough going on in here. Fluffy gets that party started. I should probably explain too, in case you guys have never used these resurrection spells. There's 3 different ones. There's a range ghost you can summon, there's a mage ghost, or there's a meleeer. And once you summon them, pretty much whatever your main character is attacking, your ghost is going to attack that same creature. So that's why it's cool to bring him out. It's almost like you're fighting 2-on-1 here. And even though his damage isn't that high, he's constantly hitting the creature for you, so it can add up over time. Let's bring him back out again. Go get him, Fluffy. Where's he going? He's not the most reliable ally, but we love him anyway. Fluffy does do what he wants. Bring out one of his brothers here just so you guys can see what the other resurrection ghosts look like. Depending on what you're fighting, you know, some may be more effective than others, just like anything else in the game. But here, we'll bring out the range one here. Chaos runes. Awesome. Now let me show you the Mage Ghost here. Not yet gotten another grubby key. Hopefully we get one so we can open that chest. Got some good stuff in there last time. Looks like we'll have enough food for at least 2 more kills, maybe 3. We'll see if he drops some food for us too. If so, we'll stay a little bit longer, but whenever we run out of inventory stuff here, we'll probably tally out. We'll call that a stream, okay? I kind of like the range ghost here. I'm going to bring him out again. I haven't used him too much yet, so... We've got like a band of merry men here. Death rooms. We're probably spending about 25k each trip here, you know, between the prayer potions we're using, and then I'm using some karambuan to eat. So that's pretty cheap food, you know, honestly, in comparison to sharks or anglerfish or anything like that. So really, when you look at the fact that 1 drop alone is usually about 15k, and we're getting a few dozen kills while we're here, definitely a good chunk of change that we're making by the time it's over. Alright, let's see if we can get one more kill. We've got no food though, so we're living on the wild side now. At least we don't have to worry about him like one-shotting us, like he's not going to come out and hit us for like 80 hit points or anything like that, so I feel pretty confident that if we can't take him down, we can at least escape, and either route is fine. We'll use our special attacks though. We'll also get our skeleton back. Stack the deck as much as we can here. Should we try for another one, guys? I feel like we didn't lose too much health that time. Let's live even more dangerously. Do it. The chat supports it. It wouldn't be my first death, right? We've gotten through it before. I don't think we've even gotten hit yet, have we? We were at, oh, there we go, got hit for 4, but this guy's 75% of the way dead and we barely got touched. There we go, awesome. Alright, let's get back outside the web here. Well, folks, no pet today, but we did get that collections drop, which is super cool. And plus we got a lot of loot here, a bunch of different runes, some coins, you know, all the things. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you could like the video for me and also follow my channel, that would be greatly appreciated. And hopefully I'll catch you next time.